It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, really bright sunshine, glorious sunshine, I must say. It's a wonderful day in the Nature Isle, our real estate Dominica. And good morning and welcome to Real Estate Talk. This morning, you never know what we are going to talk about on Real Estate Talk. And so this morning I have a guest with me. We have to link it. We have to show the relationship with real estate. And when we come back, I'll introduce my guest, my friend, and we will be talking real estate. And I will not tell you, but you will have to stay to listen. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. This is Real Estate Talk.
Real Estate Talk with host Marianne Johnson, the real estate lady, the best source for all your real estate needs. Real Estate Talk is aired on the big station Q95 FM every Tuesday morning from 10:15 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Real Estate Talk is talking primarily on all things real estate, commercial and residential. We talk about the real estate market. We talk about the market conditions for buying and selling. We talk about choosing a professional real estate agent. We talk about financing your purchase and finding the right property. We engage the experts with specific roles in the process of buying and selling real estate. Real Estate Talk every Tuesday on Q95 FM from 10:15 a.m. with host Marianne Johnson.
And welcome back. This morning we are going another place, a little place. We know many of us in Dominica, we've had many visitors when we travel. Somebody's asking you where you come from, and we are so proud to tell persons where we're from, and we boast, and they are intrigued, and they want to come and see what we are talking about. If number one, if it's for true, and the pictures that we've painted about our country intrigue them also to want to come and see and experience. And as many of you have said many times, I have lived on St. Martin for 23 years of most of my adult life, and along the way I've met many persons, many wonderful women, and one of them decide, hey, why not come and see her? So I have with me a friend who traveled. She's going to tell you everything about her. So welcome to Real Estate Talk, and introduce yourself from the top to the...
Good morning, everybody. My name is Brenda Simmons, and I'm from New York. But before I really tell you about myself, I have to give my sister her props. She's a lovely woman. I'm so glad to meet her. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't come to visit this beautiful island.
Our real estate.
Of real estate, yes. Beautiful place. A beautiful place. A wonderful place.
Ooh.
A diamond in the rough you have here in Dominica.
And diamonds in the rough. Always beautiful. If you know how to polish it.
Oh, yes.
We just need to be polished.
Oh, yes. So I'm from New York and from Long Island.
The Hamptons.
The Hamptons. And I am retired. I call it rejourneying. And I'm here now visiting, but I was in Southampton. Southampton is a resort area, very similar to here. And people come from all over the country, and they build, and they come to visit, and they come to vacation, but they also come to buy land, and they come to buy real estate. So real estate is a big place in the Hamptons. Okay. People come and buy land, but now they're staying longer.
Was this what you wanted?
No, of course not.
Too much, too many.
It's good for the economy to a point, but the bottom line is, we're
too
being
much of
pushed
one
out.
thing. Too much of a
we're
one.
Being pushed out, and it's changing the whole atmosphere. And that's my concern everywhere when I visit.
Oh, is the local being pushed out? Are the locals being pushed out?
And a lot of times, I'm from the States, and I come to the Caribbean, and I see they're trying to cater, and I understand the economic use of it. But when I see too many changes, when I see, okay, I hope I'm gonna go there. I hope it doesn't offend anybody. But when I see a KFC and a Burger King, it makes me very, very upset. I like island food.
Oh, I hear
You come for the island, you want island food.
Exactly.
KFC, Burger King, are you kidding me?
I've been giving you some
Please.
real island
Oh, yum, yum.
talk about
we talk about that.
food. So tell us a little bit more about you today. I know you're
Before
from
I
Long
came
Island.
here, I'm from Long Island, Southampton, the Hamptons. And before coming here, I retired and I was assistant to the mayor in the village of Southampton for 12 years. What an experience.
Wow.
Being in the government. Never thought I would be in the government, but I learned a lot. And a lot of times what my main purpose was to benefit my community.
Okay.
That was my main purpose, to be in this position to benefit my community.
And did you accomplish that?
Oh, I accomplished that. Right now, I'm an executive director of, I'm opening up an African American museum
Wow.
there. And you have to understand that the Hamptons is a rich, non-local
local
area.
non-black people.
Yes,
let's put it
and
that
so
way.
it's non-black people. So it's been my mission sort of to make sure our culture is known, because we had a lot to do with the basis of establishing the Hamptons.
Tell me about. Let's go into that. Why is it important to re-establish the museum, or to establish a museum? Most of it has to do with slavery.
Yes. And the point is, not only that too, is also it's about education our young people, because a lot of our young people have no idea
Where they come from?
because
or
they
what
don't teach it
happened.
in school. They don't have it in the books, so they don't teach it in school.
And if they do, it's never in their
It's
favor.
incorrect. Also, they don't give the real. So a lot of times what I've done is, because our building is about to be renovated, we've been using as a virtual museum, and so we've interacted with the local schools.
Okay.
And they've come in and during Black History Month in February, and I'm always bad. I'm like a rebel, because Black History Month in the States is 28 days. Please. We have more to say and more to give and more to teach than 28 days. So I usually start from January 1st, and sometimes I don't stop until the end of March.
And if they give you the chance, you'll go to
Oh,
December.
I take the chance. Because I'm assistant to the mayor.
You know,
so
you said
sometimes
something.
I have.
You said something that we are not taught. It's not taught right. Whatever we are taught of our history, is not given to us the right way. And I remember while in St. Martin, I did a course with the House of Nahesi publishers. Hosted by Lasana Seku, Rhoda Arundel, Fabian Badijo. And one of the things that they always say, they always said to us, write your story. Because you can tell your story the best. If I come to tell your story, I'll write it from my perspective.
Exactly.
And so you don't blame somebody else for telling your story. Now that we know how to write, we know how to read, we know how we have the tools.
Exactly.
We should engage ourselves in telling our story and documenting it.
And in history, we think about in Africa, they shared stories with their families.
Right.
And that's missing also, sharing the stories with the children. And because if they don't share the story, all they know is what they learn in school. And a lot of the information is incorrect.
It's true. And in that light, I can always say, and I told them within that course, when we were doing that course, that I was afraid of the Caribs. When my mom would send me to my Tom on Saturdays, and the Caribs would be coming down to do their shopping, if I see a Carib and I alone on that stretch of road, boy, I would dash in a thing, because the cannibals, as the book says, was coming to eat me.
Exactly.
So it's important for us to tell our story. Now, we will find out what all of this has to do with real estate, not true?
Yeah.
It's
we
somewhere
will.
it has a link.
Of course it has a link, because it's also about ownership
Ownership.
and pride and ownership.
Oh, not
And
just owning the piece of land, but the pride that you have in it.
Yes, and then also passing it on, because a lot of times, even where I live in the Hamptons, my area where I live used to be all my community, and a lot of older people have left or died, and then their children have left and they don't come back,
And they don't know.
and they
where
don't even
come
know the
from.
value. I mean, our ancestors fought for land.
And I'm experiencing that where I live in Jalousie. I could count about 14 houses that was empty. And I don't know if I can say that on the radio, but sometimes I tell my daughter, then I don't need to put clothes on, because there's nobody walking up and down the road. Because it's practically empty where I live. But I enjoy that because I can be free.
It's a nice freedom. I've enjoyed it since I've been here.
we'll talk about that. Let's take a break because we'll get going.
Yeah, we have to stay back on the real estate.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned. This is Real Estate Talk. We talk everything.
E.H. Charles and Company Limited, the right place for quality products and dependable customer services. When building, renovating, and remodeling your home, visit E.H. Charles for building supplies, home decoration and garden supplies, plumbing, equipment, tools, and general hardware supplies. E.H. Charles and Company Limited is the right place, the right choice. We offer dependable customer services. Located on Goodell Road, opens Monday to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Telephone 448-2390. E.H. Charles and Company Limited, the right place for quality products and dependable customer services. Member of True Value Company, agent for Makita Professional Power Tools and Berger Paint.
Time to sleep, darling.
Dad, are there any monsters under the bed?
Not while I'm here. You're safe and sound.
Feeling cared for, protected, and secure. It's a feeling that every Massey United Insurance customer knows. After all, they're in the same safe hands, protected by our financial strength, stability, and experience, and cared for by our team. Now, all our customers are even more secure with the sound strength of Massey. It's a great feeling. Massey United Insurance. To learn more, contact our agents, JB Charles and Company Limited at 448-2876, CAM Dupini Inc. at 448-3012, and LA Dupini and Company Limited at 448-2310.
And it's a pleasure to have with me in studio to talk on real estate talk. I have my friend Brenda Simmons. She is from the Southampton, assistant to the former retired assistant to the mayor.
And I call it rejourneying.
And you're rejourneying, not retiring.
I'm not retired. I'm too young for that.
Oh, you are?
I'm rejourneying. And experience Dominica.
Yes. So
and all the delicious food.
We'll talk about that story. But let us talk about now, because it's real estate. And you come here, you are visiting, you are experiencing our nature isle for the first time. Tell me of your experience, if you can.
My experience here has been more than I expected, to be honest with you. You know, when I was going to come over here, I tried to imagine in my mind, what is Dominica like? What is Dominica like? Especially everybody think I'm from Dominica. You know?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, I come here, and the beauty of the land, but the best part is the nature and what I've experienced with nature. I love nature. Ever since I was a little girl, I love nature. So this is nature to the thousandth power to me. I mean, it's like being one with nature, being one with God. It's just wonderful. And I've experienced going to the hot springs, which was
Sulphur Spring.
It was wonderful. And then yesterday or 2 days ago, I went to the Emerald Pool. Wonderful, just wonderful. So those, just being with nature. And a few years ago, I started changing my eating habits.
Right.
And I've been eating more natural foods. And here, I mean, I can go to Marion's backyard. Come on.
Well, let me tell you, I don't. I have not taken you shopping. We don't do shopping.
We
here.
don't do shopping. We don't need to.
No, we
Why?
are not packaging any food.
Why?
No. So this is what I've been giving my friend Brenda. She could be bougie because she knows what it is to be bougie.
I was assistant to the mayor for 12 years, and I had to play this part. I could be very bougie, but I know how to break it down.
You break it down,
I know how to break
and you
it
had
down.
to at Villa Cooler.
Oh yeah, Villa Cooler. It took me a while. I had to adjust, but I quickly adjust.
Well, I gave you bush tea,
Oh,
and that was what you said.
it's yum.
That's the
cocoa.
reaction. I gave a cocoa, not cocoa.
Cocoa
tea without milk. And then I gave you with it is seasoned or what is flavored with ginger. Lots of ginger.
The best.
I'm just going in my backyard and
pick
it up and with a lot of herbs. I include herbal and the rich flavor. And what you said when you drink that?
I say, this is so good.
That's what you have to keep on saying. And then I roast the breadfruit for you.
I mean, then you make it two ways. You make it one way, then you fried it.
I fried it. So when there was too much, I put it in the fridge and we just fried it with some local eggs.
And I love even the preparation of it, seeing the preparation of it, and the making of the fire, and seeing the whole thing done. That's what impresses me too.
And then you had a very nice experience also with Damas Challenger.
Oh, I had to film that. I had to film because I also have a TV show at home.
Oh,
So
yes,
I
okay.
intend to bring Dominica and
To
all
the
this beauty
Hamptons.
to the Hamptons.
I hope we get
Trust
some
me.
of that money from Hamptons.
Oh,
to
I'm working on
Dominica.
that. I'm working on
Please
that.
do that.
I'm working on that.
Because I heard that there's some good money over
Oh,
there.
there's good, really good money. You know, I'm already working on it.
Oh, shoot.
Getting a listing for you. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
So we're doing that. So we went to Damas, and Damas was doing some coffee.
And Damas was doing some coffee, and to
From
see the
the-
whole process.
from the beginning, you were not there for the picking, but you were there
No, I
for
wasn't
the
there for
breaking.
for the breaking. And I sat there and had great conversation with Damos, and I helped him. And he kept warning me, "Be careful, you might get a little stain," but it was okay.
The experience was
Because I
beautiful.
like hands-on. I like hands-on. To watch it, to read it in the book, no. Hands-on is the best.
So you understand now what it takes to make coffee.
It's a lot.
oh,
Big process.
and you suck on some cacao.
Ooh.
That was it. That's what I
Oh.
heard.
I almost OD. I kept saying, "Okay, one more, just one more. That's it, just one more."
And I saw you prop up against the
I leaned against the tree.
Let me tell you what tree it was. The what is it name?
Was it a grapefruit tree?
No, it was a cocoa tree. We call
Okay.
it a cocoa tree.
Okay.
And she leaned up and every moment.
that was it.
Yeah.
I was all on my hand. I take it out. Oh,
Yeah.
it was delicious. I had no idea the coating was on that.
The pulp.
The pulp. I had no idea. It's almost to me, you got to package it and just make sure you ship it to me or something.
Oh, shoot.
So I can keep eating it.
You know by the time it's shipped, it's been
It's gone. yeah.
radiation and all
so
of that.
before I leave, I have to OD again before I leave.
Yeah.
That's all.
And we picked breadfruit.
Breadfruit and even dasheen, the
Yeah.
fresh fish.
Yes, I gave you some kubouillon. We call that a nice fish kubouillon with dasheen. I honestly didn't give you anything processed.
Nothing. And that's what I love. This is exactly what I love. Exactly. But to get it fresh off the tree,
And another
Out
meal
the
I gave
water?
you. Another meal I gave you from Villa Cooler was the dasheen, and we did the callaloo.
the soup.
The callaloo.
It was
yeah.
delicious.
With no meat.
No meat with the banana.
I was letting you have it.
It was good.
I was taking away. I was debouging you.
It didn't take much.
It didn't take-
Didn't take much. It didn't take because there's two sides of me, to be honest.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. And every night I
you
give you.
roll with the punches. You know.
roll. You do in Rome. You do as when you
That's
at
it.
Villa Cooler. You do at Villa.
But I have to admit, the best part is showering outside. It's so freeing.
Yes.
It's so freeing. It's so freeing.
And there was no shower curtain.
No shower curtain. Just free.
Let yourself loose.
Just free.
I mean, we're talking this is just to show the beauty of our real estate,
Absolutely.
Dominica. So please, if you are trying to understand, but what does have to do with real estate?
Yeah.
The enjoyment of what you have is
Yes.
what we're talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
Right? Someone coming to your home. Don't be going to shop and push a cart and all this prepackaged. They've had. You have that.
I have that, and I don't want it anymore.
You don't want.
I
it.
don't want it anymore. You make me feel like I have to buy a place here.
Oh, Jesus.
I was thinking of doing it in St. Martin to invest, but
Well, we have ideas and we have many options.
we have to talk.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm trying to say is that we have something that is beautiful. And when you hear someone come in, you have someone from overseas and they are enjoying what you have. And I mean, every meal that I gave you was, I get that from you. This is so good. Every drop of cacao tea.
Just delicious.
Yeah, I made it with love too, though.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But it's just very, very special to be able to eat off the land. I don't get that at home. And even at home, I try to go to the places where they have the fresh fruit and the fresh vegetables. But it's nothing like getting it right off the tree, right off the ground. Nothing.
So it's really a pleasure to really, really have you here, and as I said, that we need to take another look as to what we have, and to really cherish it, preserve it,
Absolutely.
and appreciate it, because God gave us something wonderful called Dominica, and we need to really take a second look as to how we treat it, because if you give a gift to someone and they don't appreciate it, after the while the gift will go away, or somebody else will come by and accept and
This is a
appreciate
precious,
it.
precious land here. It just, I don't know how to even describe I mean, driving here today, come to the show and just looking at the mountains, looking at the water. I guess maybe the local, because you're here, you don't maybe
Take advantage.
appreciate it as much as I have.
Oh, and another thing at Villa the windows don't get closed. We
It's
don't close
one-
the door.
we don't
the
need
windows.
AC.
No,
AC is not good
it's
for you
the
anyway.
old-fashioned. It's an old-fashioned house.
I love it.
And I let all the windows
love it.
open, so
I
we
love
don't.
it.
At night, I let all my secret out. No, Jesus.
I had a friend call me the other day, and I was washing clothes. I washed my clothes in the tin, and I was doing all these things, and she started calling me silly. From the Roots, I mean from Color Purple. She said, "You're like silly, Miss Silly."
But it's a good experience.
It's wonderful experience.
And then the
Wonderful
sun in the
experience.
morning, the sun rises over the Atlantic Ocean, and that view, man.
That
and,
view
and
is
it's just,
priceless.
you know.
I had to put my camera away. How many times can I keep taking the sunrise? It's same. It's just now I'm just taking it in.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it in. It's just breathtaking. Every morning I wake up and that's what I see.
All right. And so she sees the sunrise
I see the sunrise
over Villa Coola.
over Villa Coola.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is Real Estate Talk. We talk all things real estate.
Are you a Calypso lover? Shop $150 and more at LA Dupini Hardware now to February 24th and get a chance to win tickets to Calypso Finals. Shop for all your hardware needs, small appliances, kitchenware, bathroom accessories, paint, and so much more. Shop this carnival and win. LA Dupini Hardware on Long Lane in Roseau. Have a safe and happy carnival. Castaways Development Limited residential lots for sale at only $10 per square feet. Average size 8,000 square feet. All infrastructures available. Most lots with awesome ocean view. Just a minute walk away from the black, silky, sandy beach of Miro, one of Dominica's most beautiful and popular beaches. Castaways Development Limited. Residential lots available. Contact Marianne Johnfin at 225-2121. Email mjohnfin@gmail.com. Website diamondrealtyde.com.
As you journey in life, you meet people, wonderful people, most times. And one of those wonderful persons I've met is Brenda Seaman. We met in St. Martin while I was organizing an event with the lady Ruby Butte. She's an artist over there, and we were doing an event called The Lady and Her Dress, or a
Yes.
night with Lady Ruby.
Yes,
where
yes.
where I organized for women to come in different, they dress in different shades of purple, and we were just having a wonderful time. And I think from that, you know,
What
we've
happened
grown.
was I'm a poet.
Yes, you are.
also. And when I first met Ruby, that's how we connected
Right.
through poetry. And then I came here in January, and you had the event in April.
Right.
And she asked me to come back. And at first I was hesitant. I'm like, I just met this lady. I had to come back. When I came back, that's when I really got to know you. And the event was just awesome.
I felt, for me, it made me understand or appreciate women, and they understand the interlocking of women and working
Absolutely,
together.
absolutely.
I can also to be with the Lady Ruby was a journey for me too. How I get there, and she was going through an experience, and she called somebody and said, you know, I'm hurting. In other words, and that person took it on the phone, and she said, it's Ruby. It's Ruby. And for me, it hurt me because there was a sister crying out to another sister.
Yeah.
And when I felt that, I made it up my mind to go over to her to say, I'm there for you. And then there was another sister. She's Indian, India. And she herself was going through her experience, and she just could not function. And I said to her one day, let's go. Close the computer, let's go. And we drove, and we ended up to Miss Ruby. And we sat, and Miss Ruby pulled out. She's an elderly lady. Miss Ruby is in her 70s. And she pulled out her book, Women Who Run with the Wolves. And I think that's a powerful book. And she was taking excerpt from it, and we were counseling and talking and discussing, and we were crying and we were laughing, and it was just a moment until she pulled out some bush tea. Bush tea is very important when women having a conversation.
Of course.
You need to have a bush tea.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, for we kind of we need bush tea when we having conversation. And we had this beautiful conversation, and then I said, why don't we bring more women in? Because a lot of us were hurting. fighting. A lot of us have issues, and we're not about fighting each other or
bringing each other down.
However, when I say that, we also need to. When we see somebody doing something, say this is not right, and to encourage each other to do right. You understand? And so we met, and I alone. I'm telling you, I looked the marketing, I did the preparation, the food gathering, look for the donation.
You was doing everything.
I was doing everything.
You was doing
and
everything.
it was a beautiful night of poetry,
it was beautiful.
dance,
it was
encouragement.
It's beautiful.
And as a result, the following Saturday, it happened the Sunday. A lady who was visiting, Miss Everett Williams from Jamaica, she came Saturday. The Sunday she came back and she said, why don't we meet and have a council? She's a counselor. And I remember 2 women in this council. It wasn't a lot of us, but 2 women. One was, her makeup was perfect, but you could tell it's a facade. It's a wall. And the other one, and there was tears, crying. Women was just crying, and she tells a story and, her pain. And another girl is telling her about her abuse. And from that now, I think it makes me be more conscious about my relationship with women and how I engage. But let me tell you something. If I see you doing something and I think it's wrong, I'll tell you.
But the thing with that is we have to respect each other and honor each other.
Right.
And sometimes that's the problem because there's too much competition sometimes. But if I'm going to say something to you, it's because I love you. But I mentioned to you my TV show is about relationships.
Right.
And sometimes it's important to gain or to establish a relationship for a person to accept your criticism. Because sometimes if you say it to them off up front, they take it as an offense. But if they know you really love them and they really care from them, then they take it.
I may have I have to confess, I may have said some things that I felt that was not right, and I said it right off. It was instant, right? My daughter was taken aback by a woman's behavior, and I just responded, and it didn't go down well.
But that's what I'm saying. I've learned over the years that the best thing to do is establish a relationship with someone. Once you establish that relationship with them, there's a respect there, and then they know that you care.
Right.
But if just some off the street, if you saw me and you tell me, whatever you tell me about myself or my body, what I'm wearing, I might be offended because I don't know you. I don't know where you're coming from.
I think I may have done that. So
Okay.
I need.
So now
I know. I know.
Now you
and
know.
so I take that and I take a good look as to that.
I mean, from a heart of hearts, you're caring,
Right.
but that person don't know you. So I had to learn that myself. Even when, before I was assistant to the mayor, I was a family development worker, and I worked a lot with women and young women with children. And before even trying to tell them their house was dirty or they need to, change their child's diaper or whatever, I had to establish a relationship with them. But once I established that relationship with them, it was good. It was good, and just to see the transformation of that person, it's just amazing. It amazed me, But not everybody receive it.
No, not everybody receive it, and in my case, when I did that, it was an instant thing, and my daughter reacted to somebody's behavior, and I just commented, and that did not do well. So,
but we as women, we are powerful.
So it's not about jealous or being better than.
No.
Sometimes some of us, we need to be told, especially when you're in a position.
But I'm saying to you,
right,
as a friend, that's what has to happen. You have to have that relationship because you can't just tell somebody that without them not knowing where your heart is.
Okay,
that's the bottom line.
I take that.
That's from a mature.
Oh, I'm taking it. I'm learning.
Experienced.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Along the way you make mistakes.
Yeah, you do.
And you learn.
But I know you, so I know whatever you've said or done to it, you mean it from the heart. You're helping somebody. But it's a process. It's a way of doing it.
Okay.
It's a way of doing it.
So your show, you have a show that
it's about relationships. Yeah, it's called Vow Voices of Wisdom. That's the name of my show, and you can actually go on YouTube and see my shows. You just put in Vow Voices of Wisdom, put in Brenda Simmons, and you can see a lot of the tapes of my shows.
Okay, so how many days are you here for? So what's on the agenda? What do I have to do now?
I have only 2 more days here.
2 little more days.
2 little more days. And I just been, really, I'm writing a book. So this is a perfect place to come and buy a place and write a book and do a sabbatical, come and do a retreat. It's a wonderful, perfect place to do that. There's no distractions, just beauty and nature.
I think going down that line, I hope government would look at Dominica as the place for retreat place instead of the how you call hotel, multi-room hotel. Just make it intricate.
And that's what I intend to do when I go back home. I have a few things in mind.
I'm hoping that
I have a few things in mind.
Don't tell me yet.
I won't. I won't.
We need some of the Hamptons over here.
Hey. I mean, if I my point too is I've done take a lot of pictures. I've took videos. So even at home, I'm a very big promoter of people.
Okay.
Anybody wants something, they need something, or they want to promote their business, they come to me.
They come to you.
Yeah. And I help them. I do the best I can. That's all.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we have been talking to Brenda Simmons. She's my friend, my sister.
What's he laughing?
I don't know what he's laughing at, but he's laughing. Something must have intrigued him. That's DJ Slim on the console. And as I said, it's my friend Brenda. She's visiting me. She via St. Martin. And I'll be going back. And because I am rejourneying, I spend the winter in St. Martin. And so last year I stayed until April, and I got back to New York. It was too cold, and it snowed twice, and I don't like the cold anymore. So this year I decided to stay through May. Okay.
And hopefully when I get back, the weather's breaking. But I'm coming back next year for the winter, and I plan to come back to Dominica.
Villa Kula.
Villa Kula.
You're always welcome. The doors are open. You can
literally.
Literally, Villa doors.
Yes,
are
yes,
open.
yes.
Okay, and so any last words that you want to say to us in Dominica?
Hi, I don't know what to say. It's almost, I can't find the words. At this point now, I'm just taking it all in. I'm just taking it all in, but I love this place. And I already know today, even driving here, I was saying to myself, I'm going to miss it here.
Ooh.
I'm going to miss it.
That's on that note, we're going to leave it as I'm going to miss it here.
I'm going to miss it here.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been Real Estate Talk with your host, Marian Johnfin, the real estate lady, the best source for all your real estate needs. Should you need my service as a real estate broker, please call me on 225-2121. My website is diamondrealtyda.com. diamondrealtyda.com. Until next time, God bless.